Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a 6-month review on Apex Surface Protection. So this is the truck before I did a maintenance wash on it. Fortunately it rained overnight, so the truck is wet, but you can still see a few little odds and ends we're looking at. You can see streaking from water. You can also see grass clippings from my lawn guy being strewn over my truck. I'll get with them on that, don't you worry. But the main goal today is we want to check out the durability and see how the coating is holding up. So we'll start by giving it a quick rinse it down. So pay close attention. I want you guys to see how well it's sheeting the water and beating up. So it looks like it's lost some of its ability, but some of that's due to it hasn't been washed in probably a month and a half. So that'll happen when you have a ceramic coating on it. Will lose some of its effectiveness if you don't do regular maintenance washes. But it is still sheeting pretty good. As we move on to the fender, you can see it's sheeting and beating up pretty well on the vertical sides of the vehicle. I'm satisfied with it overall. With the water sheeting, no complaints on my end. Now we're going to knock off the grass clippings that the lawn guy left on the tires of my truck and on the right side. Now we're going to move on to the foaming stage. We'll use the CarPro Lift and the foam cannon. We'll foam up the truck. You see, looking at it, the foam is a little bit on the watery side, but the coating is working and doing its job as far as beating up and sheeting off the foam. So check it out on this side when I spray the vertical side. So just in a matter of a few moments, the coating is sheeted the foam off of the vehicle. Now we'll go ahead and rinse the foam. One thing that I've grown to like about the CarPro Lift is that it holds on to the surface pretty well when you start rinsing it. I didn't get a close-up on this one. I thought I had it filmed, but I didn't, so chalk that up to lost footage. Now we'll move on to the contact wash step. We'll use Reset, which seems to be another industry favorite along with the CarPro Lift for ceramic coatings. And we'll agitate it with a pressure washer to make sure it's mixed in well. So now we'll go ahead and get the contact wash started with the Reset. So today it's an overcast day. Fortunate for me, but not fortunate when you're shooting a video. So the truck is green if you're having a hard time telling from the video. One thing I like about Reset is it seems to clean really well, and it doesn't produce a lot of suds. So that's another thing I like. When you're washing and you have a lot of suds, it's kind of hard to see how well the soap is actually doing. So I guess I'm using the Reset is fortunate in that aspect. So as we wash, you can see that the surface and the coating is actually repelling the car wash soap. So I guess that's another check in the block and another testament to the Apex Surface Protection. Now we'll go ahead and rinse the hood, and we'll see if there's any difference in the beating and the sheeting properties of the coating since we've washed the hood now. It does seem to be sheeting a little faster than it was. The thing about this hood, it slopes towards the front, but towards the rear of the truck it's actually fairly flat. The only slant that it really has is the angle of the truck. But the front does slope down as it goes to the edges of the grill. So take a look, you can see the coating repelling and sheeting the water off. So one thing I have to tell you guys is when I applied this coating, I did not put a sacrificial layer on it. I wanted to see how well the coating held up with just the coating itself with no sacrificial layer on top of it. So far, I'd have to say that I'm happy with the way the coating is holding up. As paid attention, I scrubbed the hood twice and I moved on to the roof. Now look how nasty the roof was. I don't drive this truck that much, but it's one reason I try to make 2 scrubs on the horizontal panels, because that's where dirt seems to end up mostly. Now we'll move on to the vertical sides of the truck, get those washed up. Try to stay above the body side molding on the initial wash, and then the last step I come and wash everything below the body side molding so I don't get any type of contaminants or anything that would scratch the paint onto the wash mitt. Alright, we'll go ahead and rinse the vertical side. We'll start with the fender, rinse it off, get all the soap off of it. We'll rinse the door, and I'm fixing to zoom in and show you an area that might be problematic with the coating. It's where water normally builds up and runs off in one area below the mirror. If you look closely, you can see a steady drip that comes down just below the mirror. It's actually 2 of them. We're going to rinse it off, and as you can see right there in that area, the water is not sheeting and beating up like it does in the other areas. So the coating might be failing in that area right there. I'm not 100% sure, but that's not really, you can't really blame that on the coating. If rocks in a river can't stand up to erosion from water, a ceramic coating is definitely not going to be able to stand up with erosion from constant water flow. Now that we're done rinsing, we'll take another look at the coating. If you can see, water is beating up, but it's not coming off of the hood. It's because it's pretty flat and it's not sloping. On the vertical sides, the water's doing a little bit better job of beating off and coming off on its own, but not as great as I would hope for. But this is probably due to not having a sacrificial layer on the coating. Now these next clips are after the truck has been dried off. You can see there's still shine, there's still gloss. Again, like I said, it's an overcast day when I wash this, so you're not seeing a whole lot of shine, but you can see reflection in the paint or the clear itself. So the coating still looks great on the truck, and you can tell the coating is still there. Now the sun's trying to come out some, so you can get a better idea of how the truck is looking. Now we'll apply Apex Surface Protection RehydraSheet to the truck. We'll follow the directions. The directions are: get a microfiber, wet it, wring the excess water out. You want it damp. Then put 1 spray of RehydraSheet onto the microfiber and wipe the body panel up and down. Then come back with the secondary microfiber towel and buff off the surface and get it dry. So you'll see in this, I use the orange microfiber for application, and I use this green microfiber to come back and buff the panel off and get all the moisture off of it. We'll do some more shots of the truck after I get done. Maybe the sun will be out a little more when I finish up, and we'll see if aesthetically applying the RehydraSheet makes any difference. Now we'll go through the same process, apply 1 spray, and we'll take the other side of the hood, wipe it on, then buff it off with the green microfiber, and then we'll follow the same process around the whole truck. So like I said, this is the 2nd time I've used RehydraSheet. Can't wait till it rains again so I can see how well it holds up or how it performs on the surface of this truck. I put it on a Nissan Rogue, as I mentioned earlier, but I have not seen it in the rain, or I have not seen it wet yet. Now we'll move on to the vertical surfaces. I'll put some on the door, and we'll see if this helps with the issue with the water drip down below the mirror that drips down the side of the door. I have to say, using the RehydraSheet, the first time I used it I was a little nervous, but this is very, very easy to use. It's almost as easy as using CarPro Reload if you've ever used it. The only difference is you have to wet the microfiber towel and wring it out to get it damp, and instead of spraying the product directly to the body panel, you spray it to the wet microfiber and then you wipe over the body panel. One spray should get you through one body panel. Just apply the spray and flip the rag as you move from body panel to body panel. When you move on to the next one, apply some more on a different side, follow the same process with the application, then wipe it off with a separate dry microfiber. Alright, now we're finished and we'll take a quick look around the truck. In closing, I'd have to say that I do recommend the Apex Surface Protection. It is a good quality coating that you can use for your vehicle or you can use on a customer's vehicle. As the sun comes out and you take a look at the truck, you can tell how beautiful this green paint is. This is a 19-year-old truck, and I believe the Apex Surface Protection has really helped bring it out and keep it looking good. That's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and catch me for the next video. Have a great day and a great week.